What's up guys, Seth Feider here. I'm going to show you my Neko Rig setup. Real popular technique, catches a ton of fish, great bait to, if you're going to sit on schools or even just go down the bank with. Super versatile bait, gets you a ton of bites. My setup for rod, reel, and line is a 4,000 high-speed spinning reel. This happens to be a Certate. And the rod I use is a 7'6" Tatula. It's my hair jig rod. It also doubles well. I think it's the perfect Neko Rig rod. I do braid to a leader. I got 10-pound Sufix 832 braid on, 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. And I got a VMC Neko Rig hook. I usually use a number 1 or a number 2. And then as far as the bait goes, I like these ZMan Bang StickZ. I think it's like a 5 3/4 inch stickworm style bait, but it's got some little tails on it that give it a little extra action when you're shaking it, and it floats. That's what I really like about it. So when it hits the bottom, it stays up, real appealing to the fish, and it also kind of keeps my hook off the bottom, so I'm not getting my point dulled or getting snagged and stuff. But and then the other key to this when you're using the ZMan stuff for Neko rigging is, I'll pull it out here, it's locked in there now, but the shroom head Neko weight with that ElaZtech plastic, it doesn't really hold like your standard nail weight in there really well. This one, I don't know if you can see that one's got a couple little barbs on it and a pin, slides into that ZMan ElaZtech. It's really nice and stays in there. Like when you're using regular plastics with just a nail weight, it seems like every time they jump, they throw it, but this little weight with the barbs on there locks into that ElaZtech, and you can fish all day with the same setup. You don't really lose much for weights, and you know, you're not messing around with it much. Another thing I put on there, I got the VMC cross ring O-ring on there. It's a pretty cool O-ring band, comes in a bunch of different sizes, so fits all the worms you want. It's got 2 different hook slots in it, so you can rig it wacky, like perpendicular with the worm, or Neko style in line with the worm. And that's pretty much my setup. I like the long rod. I do a lot of Neko rigging, fishing more open water, deeper water, make long casts, and it's a real sensitive rod, and it's just got the perfect bend for, you know, these Neko style hooks. And yeah, that's my setup for Neko rigging. Just make a long cast and kind of just shake my slack and crawl that worm along the bottom, doing quite a bit of shaking with it. And it's a really easy bait to catch fish on. Catches a ton of fish wherever. You can go behind people or fish through schools and that are beat up and catch a lot of fish on it. But that's pretty much my setup. 7'6" rod, 4,000 spinning reel, 10-pound braid, 10-pound fluoro, and a number 2 or number 1 Neko hook rigged up on the ZMan Bang StickZ, and that catches me a lot of fish.